It's time for you to get free money to start that side hustle or that business. And so I am so excited to share with you all the 2022 Financial Freedom Grant worth $1,000. And it means the world to me to say that this grant is sponsored by Darcy's Business. And I hope that my growth in my business, the ability to give a grant, encourages you to grow your side hustle or your business as well, so that you can be a blessing to others. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about the grant deadline. What is the last day that you have to apply for this grant? Then I will talk about the grant sponsor and give you insight into Darcy's business. Next, I will talk about the grant details. What is the grant application like? Are there a bunch of short response questions? Then I will talk about grant requirements. What qualities do you need to have in order to be able to apply for this grant? Then I will review the grant timeline. What are the key dates that you need to know so that you can be prepared to get this grant money? And then lastly, I will share some helpful grant tips that can help elevate your application. And so for the 2022 Financial Freedom Grant, the last day to apply is October 31st of this year at 11:59 p.m. So if you feel like that you are a great fit, then definitely it is key to submit your application, because you miss 100% of the shots that you do not take. And now let's talk about the grant sponsor. Darcy's Business is actually a DBA for Generational Wealth Builders LLC. DBA stands for Doing Business As, which allows you to go by a different business name than the name you filed when forming your legal entity with your state. If you have any questions about DBAs, let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to create another video talking about it. Moving on, we have the grant details. So the 2022 Financial Freedom Grant is giving one $1,000 grant to an entrepreneur or aspiring entrepreneur. The application itself is about 20 questions. The first half of the application asks for basic information about you and your business. The second half is short response questions, which ask you to talk about you, your interest in business, as well as what you would do if you were to win the grant. Make sure to consider the word count when filling out these short response questions. If you have any questions about the grant, look at the FAQ section, and then if you cannot find what you are looking for in the FAQ section, then you can move on to the official rules. In terms of grant requirements, there are just 3. When it comes to corporate grants, in general, typically they are looking to support a specific community. But with this grant, there are fewer requirements, which gives more people the chance to apply. For requirement 1, you must be a U.S. resident. For requirement 2, you must be 18 years or older. And for the third requirement, you must be interested in business, looking to start a new business or grow an existing business in a significant way. In this instance, side hustles do count, and the grant application does mention its ideal candidate. It says you are a person who feels a need to better your life. You are interested in business and or have a business of your own. At times, finances have been a burden for you, but you continue to push forward and have hope for the future. Now, let's talk about the grant timeline. There will be 3 phases to the grant application. The first phase is the entry submission phase. This is where a person will submit the grant application. For the second phase, the sponsor will have about a week and a half to review all of the grant applications and choose 10 semi-finalists. Then for phase 3, there will be a voting period. So people will have about a week to vote and choose who out of the 10 semifinalists they believe should win the grant. Lastly, the sponsor will then decide on November 20th who out of the top 3 finalists will win the grant money. And let's talk about grant tips. The first one is simple, but so crucial. You need to read each question in the grant application carefully. If the grant asks you to write 200 to 300 words max about what you will do if you win the grant money, please do not write 1,000 words. It shows the sponsor that you did not carefully read through the application, and we don't want the sponsor to get that idea about you as a grant applicant. Secondly, spend time thinking and writing down what you would do with the grant money if you were to win it. You need to keep that purpose and passion top of mind so that your conviction will be conveyed in your writing. Third, it's important that you have a business plan, whether it's a 1-page or a lengthy 50-pager. A business plan is essential in helping steer you and your business in the right direction. And this is important whether the application asks for a business plan or not. Fourth, it is important now that we are in a social media age that you have a social media presence where you get to share your interests with the world. Also, it helps sponsors to see what you're about. And for my last tip, be you. Be able to share your story in a clear and concise way so that people and the sponsor will want to root for you. I cannot wait to see you next time. Peace, stay building. Bye.